feet, I'm out stepping. 40 on my waist, a lethal weapon. Call me Pistol Pete, no Smith & Wesson.
So if you have been sleeping up under a rock, then you might not know this, but the Brad 11 has came back out. So this is not the first time it's released. It's released in 96, 2001, 2008, and 2012, and then I believe 2014 as a low, but I don't count lows when it comes to 11. So I'm gonna get into this one first, and then I'll get into the Yeezy. So Brad 11s are probably the one of the more iconic Jordans there is behind any Jordan 1, original Jordan 1. The Brad 11s was originally called the Playoffs. So that's, if you ever heard Playoff 11s, they're talking about these. Okay? So it comes in the traditional Chicago Bull colorway with a black upper, red soles, with a white midsole, red Jumpman, and a 23 on the back. There's a problem with that. The original had 45, but that's because of the homage of him wearing 45 when he came back, okay? So the 11 is the first silhouette officially made for basketball again after he went to baseball. So the baseball shoe kind of looks like baseball cleats. That's the 9s and the 10s, that's why they look similar. He got used to high tops, that's why they went with 11s, with a high top. But it is one of the more iconic shoes. So that being said, they have really outdone themselves. They went back and they paid homage to the original 96 Brad. And how they did that was they used a high patent leather. The 2012 has a low patent. The only thing that they did wrong was they didn't put a 45 on the back. And one of the big giveaways is the Nike Air on the inside and the color of the actual box. We'll show you the color of the actual box. So the box is very identical to the original box that came out. It had a Nike Air on it, a Nike swoosh on the top, Nike on the side with the tag. The Jumpman wasn't there, but it is. So it says inspired and built to the exact specifications of championship athletes from around the world. So Nike, if you don't know the whole story behind Nike and Jordan, Michael Jordan saved Nike. So since they took a big gamble on him and brought him back, that's why he has his own brand when it comes to it. But I'll get into that story another time if y'all want me to. But this shoe, I don't like high patent leather 11s. I don't like 11s, period. They hurt my feet. And I know in the comments you're probably going to say, oh, you hate 11s, then you're not a sneakerhead. No. My favorite Jordans are 2s and 9s. But that's another story. But I really like this. I think they outdid themselves. I personally hate the high patent leather. But that's because that's my own personal preference. I would prefer them to have low just because 11s are known for ankle creasing. What I mean by that is you'll see a crease coming around right here, and make it look like Jumpman's doing a split over the pattern. So I ended off, that was the Air Jordan 11 Brad. Sorry, it's been kind of a long day here. I'm doing it at the end of the day. We had a long day, busy, so I'm kind of getting back into it. So the next shoe that came out this past week is the Yeereels. So I've already done a review on the chills or whatever, Yeereels. I'm about to do a review on this after this video, so I'll just talk a little bit about it. It's similar to the Glow. People are getting tired of the same concepts from Adidas. They're getting tired of this model. So there's so many colorways of the 350s to the point to where consumers are like, okay, we've had enough. The 350 isn't iconic as the Jordan 1, therefore they can't keep coming out with different colorways and continuing to see if it goes up. There's iconic colorways of the Jordan 1s and stuff like that of other different shoes that could do that. This has not made it to there yet. It will, but it hasn't done it yet. I give the shoe about 8 out of 10. You know, it's a glow that doesn't glow, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's the two shoes. I'm about to drop a review on this one and comparing it to the Yeereels, kilos or whatever. And yeah, that's it. So when you look at both shoes, the first thing I could tell you is people are going to buy this shoe all day, every day over this one. And the reason is the history behind it, the fact that this is more iconic than this. So I'm going to say that this just had bad luck coming out the same day as the Brad 11. It was proven throughout the United States that these sold out faster than these did. Here in Greenville, Finish Line, Foot Locker, Champs, everything like that, got both of them. And every time you'll go buy them, they'll be out of breads, but they had leftover Yeezys. And I would say that it's just bad luck. You know, it's just real bad luck for the Yeereels. I think that these will go up over time, and these will probably level out about 320. I think at the highest 320, 340. Right now they're at the high just because of Christmas. But these will probably go up to be about the same, 320, 340. But right now you can get them for 250, 260. I think this is a shoe that will go up over time more than the breads. It'll take about 6 years for these to go up to a point to where it is affecting like the 2008 to 2012. It'll take just a couple months, like 6 months for these to go up. But, you know, just bad luck. That's my review of the two shoes that came out this past week. In my favor, I like the breads just because of a Jordan head. But I would consider those over these. I wouldn't mind having both. But it's the fact that, hey, you either pick an iconic shoe or you pick a shoe that they just came up with that's similar to everything else. So thank you for watching me rant on about the two shoes that came out. And if any, I know this is probably not true, but if anybody here is watching that's big with Adidas or can get to anybody with Adidas, please come out with something different. I like the Aliens, you know, the 380s is cool. Bring back the 750s, the 700s. The 700s again kind of oversaturated just because it's a certain look. Me personally, I like the 700s, but 95% of the people really don't. And I just don't like the fact that like the 350s are so tight on your foot. But anyways, thank you for watching. Have a blessed night.